So I've officially turned 36, and that kind of puts me in the dad rock stage where I'm starting to buy all my dream guitars. In this case, I didn't buy the guitar. My wife got it for me for my 36th birthday. And I'm speechless. This is one of my dream guitars. This is probably number 2 out of, my top 5. And I just have to show you guys. It's a 2001 Stratocaster, Tom Delonge signature, made in Mexico Stratocaster. All original parts, no upgrades. Overall, the guitar is in great condition. There's just a small little nick there. Just your normal wear and tears for a 20-year-old guitar. And what I want to do with it is, the action seems pretty good. For my taste, I like it a little lower. And I want to measure that. These strings are really shot, and there's a lot of fluff from riff beaters, and gear says finger cheese. It's in prime condition. It's hard to find one for the price that my wife paid under this condition. And if you haven't followed the hype around it on Tom DeLonge's guitars, even for that Epiphone and for this Stratocaster, they've gone up in price in the past 5 years drastically. Like, they're becoming a collector's item. Since this, I believe, had a run about 3 years, from 2001 to 2003. The Epiphone had a little bit of a longer run, as far as also the Gibson version of it. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to give you guys a little tone test of just as is how I got it. We ended up buying this from a store in Pennsylvania? No, New Jersey. This came out of New Jersey from a Reverb. I bought it off of Reverb. And like many others, because of the type of finish that they use on this paint, it's normal to see cracks around, hairline cracks around the neck pocket. This one also has them. But they're not that bad. I don't plan on stopping them because it's not something that's affecting the overall guitar. I will let the paint go as it needs to be, and if it ever comes to a moment where I need to refinish it, well, then I'll do so. Alright, and what we'll be using for this sound check for the guitar straight out of the box will be my Helix LT preset that I've created, basically emulating Tom DeLonge's Enema of the State tone and that around that era. Probably a little bit better than Skiba. So overall, really a rock powerhouse. It does have a little darker side to it. little warmer. Of course, the high output pickup, I had to use a compressor for the clean, because even though I was using a Marshall type amp, I could not get it to clean up. So you saw that example there on What's My Age Again. So I'm going to clean her up. I'll show you the process. If you have any comments and questions, just add them below. And I love to show any more details if anybody's thinking about purchasing one. My biggest debate was purchasing one or building one. And I quoted around, and if I build it on my own out of Warmouth, and you might find elsewhere on other videos where to get those parts. I estimated somewhere between $800 and $1,200. I also reached out to Alan Corona. He's a local builder who's been known for making Mark Hoppus basses and actually giving one to Mark Hoppus for his birthday, and he's been using it on his live streams. So the guy's pretty much legit. He gave me a fair price for it, and at the end of the day, my wife was the one who made the call. She basically said, go big or go home. So I ended up paying a fair price, not the high price that the listings are currently on Reverb. I'll put some listings below so you could get an idea around the price that they're going for, but I plan on making more videos around this guitar. And while I was waiting for this guitar, I was scrolling on Facebook Marketplace, and I was away from home. We were visiting relatives over in the Imperial Valley, and the closest location on Facebook Marketplace that had instruments or whatever was Yuma, Arizona, and I got a hit for quite a surprise. A guitar that I was also looking at prior to getting this one, and that my wife said, no, get the big one, get the Fender, get the real one. So you probably know where I'm heading with this. In that search, we found this for a very, very low price. This is the Squire version of that Tom Delonge guitar, and has a little bit of relicing here. It looks like it was done on purpose. What happened with this guitar is that somebody cashed in on the hype. They sold the Duncan design pickup, they sold the neck plate, but kept all the original parts. And this is a rarity also, because this one, like many of the first years of its production, second year of its production, has 2 string trees. So I had to buy it. It was really a cheap price. These are going on Reverb for about $600 to $700, and I got this for $250. So I don't know if I'm planning to stay with it. It also needs some work done. It has that same finger cheese. Probably a setup is in order. If I stay with it, I'm probably going to replace the pickup for the Invader pickup. And maybe I'll make a video shooting out both guitars. So I'll probably be making more content about this guitar, about that other one, and probably those 2 things on the wall. So if you like this type of content, why don't you stick around for a bit. Thank you for watching the video. Take care.